Scratch that, I'll get some beers and get chuggy. Nah, man, I know what I need, some more Man Huggie. Oh, Man Huggie. Some more Man Huggie. Put your headphones on for proper audio quality, motherfucker.
What's up? Fucking shit. Angry Black Quarterback, episode number 17. Well, we lost. Yes, we fucking lost. 4 turnovers, 20 points off 4 turnovers. I was at the game. It was a fantastic game to see live. While I am disappointed that we lost, I don't think it's the end of the world for the Philadelphia Eagles. Being there, I also saw some things that made me question how good the Cowboys offense can be. Big plays, but other than that, it wasn't very impressive, and they did not run the ball well. Micah Parsons was invisible again. Now he has a hurt hand. Lot to get into. Also, Russell Wilson being a fucking dumpster fire. We're also going to talk about some shitty plane activity. Kids getting scared by the Grinch. Yeah, Russell Wilson is terrible. Man racing a train. Random shit. But yeah, I mean, I can't avoid it. Everybody all weeks wanted to talk to me and talk shit. I got text messages while I was at the game. Yes, we fucking lost the game. Big deal. Lost the game. Lost by 4. It was a really good game. Honestly, the whole first half, the Eagles were pretty much in control. I think only the Cowboys punted once. That fumble, the very next play after that punt, Boston Scott fumbles it. Stupid. On like the 30. And then later on, there was that other fumble that happened by Miles Sanders, where he's just trying to do too much. Classic Miles Sanders. Lane Johnson hurt his abdominal muscle. He's decided to not get surgery, sit out until the playoffs, and Lane Johnson's coming back for the playoffs. That's pretty fucking gangster. If you ask me, that's some like boss hog shit. But either way, it was a good game. Gardner Minshew looked good, honestly. The fact that I don't think they sacked him once. The closest thing to a sack was on that last play. And you can say what you want to say. Yes, obviously we lost. Ha, ha, ha. Boo, boo, boo. Yes, sucks. But, I mean, as a football fan, being able to sit there, watch that game, it's coming down to the last play in the red zone to win the game on 4th down. Basically, as time's essentially running off the clock, like 14 seconds left. That shit was crazy. Obviously, 2 good football teams. I still think the Eagles are the better team. They just kind of beat themselves and had way too many turnovers. But we do have Mr. Goody here. 2.0 had a fucked up flight situation. He's one of those people that got stuck in Phoenix. He drove up. He is here for this. And then Elwood's, of course, here to gloat and run his mouth, even though his team's still the 5 seed. So I'm assuming they'll appear at some point. They're lurking in the background. But yeah, I mean, it was a good game. I mean, it started off hot. I went decked out in Eagles gear. I don't give a fuck. It was a really good time. It was a really good game, and both teams played well. The Eagles didn't finish a lot of plays. Obviously, 3rd and 30 was terrible. The play before that, there was the stripped fumble that they didn't pick up. But to see Josh Sweat intercept a pass like I was like right there too. That was like right on the sideline that I was sitting on. That was wild. Super fun game. I still think we win the division and get the number 1 seed. We'll see. Jalen Hurts supposedly sitting out again this week. That's a little concerning. Maybe the shoulder injury is worse than they're making it out to be. That's possible. We obviously hope that's not the case. And like I said, Lane Johnson out right now, and then Maddox is out with the toe indefinitely. Do they bring back Crayvon LeBlanc, the strap? They might bring him back. We'll see. Obviously the Eagles are facing a little bit of adversity when it comes to their health, but they did get Dallas Goedert back. They get Gardner Johnson back this week, which will be a huge boost. I don't think 3rd and 30 happens if you have Gardner Johnson on the field. I just don't think that happens. He would know to get over the top, unlike Jones, who is a fucking idiot. Sorry, not really. He's actually good, and shout out to you. Best of luck. I apologize. You're a bird, once a bird, always a bird. I don't mean to say such things, but fuck you. Damn, but that game was crazy. I'm not going to lie. That game was pretty nuts. And Devontae Smith has just turned into a full-fledged superstar. He's turned into a superstar. All right, get your shit out of the way, Elwood. Get it out of the way.
What shit?
Run your mouth about the Cowboys winning by 4. I know you want to do that. I know that's why you're here.
By 4. I love these little things you like push in there. Like, it was only
no,
by 4.
I'm saying that was a. Did you not hear what I said? My little monologue. That was a really good game. That was a really good fucking game.
I went back to watch the episode from last week just to watch the wrestling stuff. And I love the episode starts and you're like, we ain't losing. It don't matter who's our quarterback.
Oh yeah, of course I'm running my mouth. I gotta run my mouth. I meant you looked great.
Played a hell of a game, a lot better than I wanted him to, because my opponent in fantasy in the playoff had Minshew and put him in last minute, and I was like, all right, he's gonna do horrible.
It was a QB duel.
A hell of a game.
Those 2 fumbles is what really lost the game. Those 2 fumbles, they overcame the interceptions. The interceptions were bad, but I'm saying is that especially that last fumble, but the 2 fumbles because they were up 10 points. No, listen, they were up 10.
Interceptions weren't on him though. Like,
no, okay.
If you look back and watch those,
I know.
passes,
I'm just saying the fumbles.
Passes. They weren't behind the. They were just good play on our defense.
You could make a case. You could make a case that there was pass interference on the Bland one because he kind of came over the top of him as he's trying to catch the ball. But no, both fumbles were bad.
Was the one with the exchange, and it kind of just which I feel like I've been seeing a lot of those this year. I forget what other game this weekend had.
All right, but listen to what I'm saying. The 2 fumbles were extremely costly. First of all, because the first fumble by Boston Scott on the exchange came after the first and only punt of the entire game. Nobody really punted that entire game.
Yeah, I know.
When Dallas was about to be forced to punt for a second time, and it's 3rd and 30, they pick up like 60 yards or some crazy shit.
The turnovers were the punts.
But but what I'm saying is they forced the first punt. They're up 10. They have the ball up 10. They get the ball back, and they fumble it on their 30. That instantly becomes a touchdown. It's a 3-point game. Instantly chops that score down to where all the momentum's gone from getting that punt to happen in the first place.
And
then on third and 30, they got the sack and the strip fumble, but they didn't pick up. They didn't recover the fumble. It's got knocked around.
Your statement about the Cowboys offense, I do not get or understand your reasoning for it.
I'm telling you.
Dak had his best game returning since his injury. Had over 350 passing yards, best QBR he's ever had, and did it all after throwing a really bad interception.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Was gross. That was a horrible pass. I thought, oh my God, this is how you're starting the game, Dak. And I have to admit,
I'm saying that he had 3. Okay, look. There was 1 really impressive pass that he had, and that was the pass that went, or I guess you could maybe make a case for 2. He had 2 good ones, a touchdown to Michael Gallup and that 3rd and 30-yard pass. Those were 2 great plays. I was sitting there at like the 40 in the club box seats. I watched this game.
Well,
and I'm telling, I'm just telling you. So what I'm telling you is a lot of the plays on offense was a shit ton of dink and dunk, a shit ton of almost sack pressures on Dak Prescott, and a lot of I wouldn't say like it seemed like a lack of confidence. It got going towards the end of the third and into the fourth, but I'm telling you that like there was a lot of offensive struggles in moving the ball, that they were settling for whatever they could get and move the ball. I wasn't as impressed that the Eagles were moving the ball really well, but they had 4 turnovers and gave up 20 points.
I don't think anybody thought, even with Cowboys defense or offense the way they've been playing, y'all didn't think we were going to come in and we were gonna score 40 points on y'all.
I thought it was gonna. I said it was gonna be a good game.
And it was that we did it through the air when y'all have some of the best cornerbacks in the league.
Oh yeah, I mean there were some close calls too, man. There were some close calls by our defense.
Y'all didn't have an answer for CD. I'm sorry.
No, those were good. Those were good setup plays.
And the T.Y. Hilton, dude, that play happened, and I literally was like, "Who is that?" And then I was like, "Oh my God, it's his first play."
No, I mean, Jones underplayed it. It's zone. He's supposed to be over the top, and that sucks. He didn't get deep enough, and he ran past him. He thought he could keep pace with T.Y. Hilton, and he can't. That was a really good throw. There was like 3 big pass plays: the touchdown to CeeDee Lamb, that big pass, and then another like pretty decently long pass to CeeDee Lamb that were big game changers on the play in the game. But other than those 3 passes, really, and then of course the touchdown to Gallup, Dak wasn't that impressive with a lot of what was happening. A lot of his stuff was short.
That was huge.
Short passes, because they couldn't run the ball, so they were settling for short passes. No, I'm just saying. This is what I'm saying.
The GOAT has thrown short passes most of his career.
There was a lack of. It looked like from me sitting there was a lack of confidence in the offense overall early in the game, especially whenever he made the turnover and the way they were running the ball. They were not confident in running the ball. They couldn't get Pollard the ball that well at all. Zeke really didn't do that much.
Pollard was hurt. He's been dealing with an injury, and he might not even play this week.
Okay, I mean, that's what like this is that part of the season where there's attrition. But I don't think that people thought that Gardner Minshew was gonna go for almost 400 yards and not get sacked.
Oh, you did.
Well, no, I mean, I thought
Eagles fans did.
I knew he's good.
What was the saying?
But not get sacked. I mean,
Minshew or the mustache or whatever. What was it? Ride the stash.
Ride the stash. I don't think I ever said ride the stash.
He said something like that with his.
No, you got it. Yeah, he's got the stash though. He rocks the stash, high tight stash. But I mean, I think he would like. So all I'm saying is he looks like just trade bait for us now in the draft. There's going to be somebody who wants that guy.
I will admit.
But he would start for most teams. He looked good.
If Hurts is out for the rest of the season, let's say Hurts goes down, like his shoulder's just worse than anybody expected. It's funny y'all would potentially have another Super Bowl run with the backup, and actually potentially have a good run with the backup. I just think that would be funny if y'all did win the Super Bowl this year. It would be with a backup, and y'all's first 2 Super Bowl wins ever are backups, like coming in at the end of the season.
Hey, but that's a real Philly way to win. So that'd be epic.
Oh, okay, Rocky.
He'd be like, Coach called my number. I got to get in there and I got to do it. I got to get it done now for my family. You got to get out there.
I think it was definitely one of the best games I've seen all year, as far as division rivals. Like you said, back and forth the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, neither defense did anything, but I think that our defense, we still got some sacks, we got some pressures.
Well, you can't say neither defense did anything when there was, 5 or 6 turnovers total?
Yeah, but no, I mean, you're talking about a fumble on an exchange. You're talking about 2 fumbles that are like fumbles, they weren't even getting hit. They just like, one of them threw the ball in the air. And the other one, Miles Sanders was dancing too much. That's always been his issue. Any Philly fan will tell you his biggest issue is he doesn't run north and south enough. He's always zigzagging and doing all sorts of bullshit. And while I love him, it pisses me off.
Yeah, and I think this game tomorrow night's going to be super weird with Cowboys and Titans. They're saying Titans aren't even going to play starters or something like.
Who's not going to play starters? What now?
The Titans, I've heard.
Well,
I
I think
didn't
they're going to
realize they had
sit
locked up
Henry, and I don't think they have Tannehill back, so they're running with Malik Willis. I mean, we'll
So
see.
that's
I think
what's
that
funny is their team literally runs on Henry so heavy that when he is severely injured, they go, "We're putting all backups in. Like we're not even playing starters. Henry's out. We don't have a chance."
yeah. But okay, now
But the
just to
other
get
part
back.
of that though is like,
Oh no, you
like
go.
the other part of that though is the outcome of the game this week doesn't even matter because whether they win or lose, and if the Jaguars win or lose, it all comes down to the when they play next week.
Because a divisional tiebreak or something, or
Yeah.
or does Tennessee
Rather than
play
we're going to get a
Jaguars?
wild card, so the winner of the game next week is going to be the winner of the division, no matter what happens this week.
And is you're saying it's Tennessee versus Jags?
Mm.
That'll be good.
See,
Yeah, I didn't think Tennessee had had a playoff lock already. That's why I was weirded when I first heard that it was kind of like no one was caring about the game. But that makes more sense.
well, to get also back to the Cowboys-Eagles game, just to try to reiterate my point, you had 4 turnovers and they won by 4 points. That's not super good. Like whenever they were up a field goal and then they had that fumble by Miles Sanders and they moved the ball like 4 yards and got a field goal. That's not necessarily a sign of a good offense that's consistently moving the ball. The Eagles should have been blown. The Eagles should have been blown the fuck out if they have 4 turnovers. The fact that they weren't able, the fact that the Cowboys didn't put up more points than that and they still scored 36 says a lot about. No, it says a lot.
Eagle fan. The fact that y'all didn't put up more than 40. Y'all should have put up more than 40, bro. We put 40 on,
And we put 36 up. So it doesn't matter. Those are both really it's literally a pick 'em. What was it? Or no.
And there would have been even more if Minshew didn't put. What I thought was one of his better plays of the night was making that tackle on that fumble because he was gone.
Yeah, but Devontae Smith was.
Scoop and run.
Devontae Smith's the truth, dude. That guy's so good. He's turning into such a good receiver. You guys did not. You guys did. There was not an answer for him on the field. No. Him and AJ Brown are monsters, and they're scary.
Brown wasn't really existed. It was literally Smith.
But Brown still had over 100 yards. So you forget that he still had over 100 yards in that game. He has 1,300 yards this year. This is the first time in the history of the Philadelphia Eagles they have 2,000-yard receivers in the same season.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And you could make a case that if Dallas Goedert doesn't get hurt, he's pretty damn close to 1,000 yards as well, because he's legit.
Hope, as a Philly fan, I would hope Jalen plays at least week 18.
No, I mean,
because that's going to be a lot of time off. We're talking 5 weeks.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he's still doing things. I know he's rehabbing. I mean, I don't like to speculate on stuff like that because he hurt his shoulder and then he threw some pretty big dots later on in that game. So I think that they're just being overly cautious.
That's in that game, though.
But that's in that game. But I'm just saying, I think that they're being overly cautious and making sure that he's 100% before they put him back out there. And I do think they're confident in Gardner Minshew, and they have every reason to be. I think he can beat a majority of the mediocre teams in the NFC. He would start for a good portion of teams if he was on.
I'm just saying, I think y'all should somewhat be ready as fans that he might not come back 100%.
Well, I mean, I think that's the case. You have to be ready for that with anyone, but I don't think that there's
anyone coming off a 5-week break. That's the thing. I mean, it's over a month.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not like 2 weeks. It's 5 weeks.
Yeah, but I mean, our offense is completely different. So whenever he's not out there, and we're solid pretty much across the board on offense. So even if he came back and we needed to ease him in it, they'd still be able to run the ball, control the clock for the most part, because that's one of the strengths of our team.
Re-injures that first game of the playoffs. That's bad news for y'all too.
All right, yeah, all right, man.
Be honest, he's like y'all's Tyron Smith. If he goes out,
we have 5. We have 5. We have 5 Pro Bowlers on our offensive line.
Yeah, but he's the best in the league.
At right tackle, yeah, no, I mean he has an abdominal strain. He said he's going to wait for surgery till after the season.
Is Mr. Goody too ashamed here? I was actually talking about him today
Oh
to
no, he
someone.
dipped. He went somewhere. He'll probably.
I was talking to Wooten. But yeah, my fantasy man won by the hair of an ass.
Nobody gives a fuck about your fantasy.
Well, dude, I'm in the
Whoa.
championship now. Now I'm guaranteed at least $200.
All right. Well, every black quarterback. We have Elwood, and we have 2.0 here. While we wait for Goody to hop on, tell me about your travels today, Mr. 2.0. So you were out of town, and then you were stuck in Arizona with all of this bullshit. Did you get your bags and stuff? Were you able to do that, or what?
Yeah, so we were stuck down in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Oh,
Actually.
okay.
We flew down last Tuesday before the blizzard hit, so our flight didn't get canceled, luckily. And then when we were coming back, they canceled our flights. We're supposed to fly back yesterday. Canceled it morning of. The next earliest flight wasn't until New Year's Eve. So my mom said, screw that, we're going to rent a car. We drove back up today. We walk into her house, and the ceiling... Oh, there's she is.
Oh, what's up? Hey, yo. The ceiling what?
Roof above our kitchen collapsed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I assume like a pipe froze or something and burst, and so there's just got a fuck ton of water damage in there. So that's why we're in a hotel. You'll see her walking back and forth.
Damn. I'm sorry, man. That's rough.
The way she goes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm glad you're positive about it. That's crazy. After driving back too, y'all, you're more patient than myself.
Did you fly South by?
Elwood's
Or
back.
Southwest?
No, they just got stuck in New Mexico, but they came back. He was saying a pipe burst in the roof, and when they got back, it collapsed the roof above their kitchen, and now they're staying in a hotel.
Crazy.
That's wild. Well, all right.
So it's been interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, everybody had a good holiday. Get anything cool for Christmas?
Yeah, I did. I got Moira the Peppa Pig full town track with the noise. And Peppa Chair.
Peppa Chair. All right. Hell yeah. Peppa Pig.
And they gotta build a kitchen tomorrow, apparently.
That sounds like fun. Oh, who is it? It's the Goody. Oh, the Goody. He
Finally
appeared.
shows his face.
You missed Elwood's poor attempts at trying to shit talk.
I don't know if I even tried to shit talk. I just was saying, stop acting like 40 points I know wasn't impressive.
Oh, what up? You got the whole gang. Are you muted, Goody, or what?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Nah, he's just munching, man.
Yeah, no, I
Can you
saw-
guys see him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you
cannot
always can't see him.
again.
Why do you guys have? Do you guys have each other muted or something like that, or like the camera cut off?
Oh, there's my mom saying hi to you.
Can you hear each other at least?
Yeah, Goody. I talked about you today to Wooten.
Let me try and figure this out. I'm gonna do some stuff. Don't mind me.
You might have a muted man. Well, what did you think of the game, Mr. Goody?
Yeah. We'll find out. I mean, I wasn't happy about it. That's for sure.
Yeah, that was rough.
I was.
I bet you were. But I mean, I still like our chances. Hopefully, Hurts just comes back healthy. Gardner Johnson will be back. Dallas Goedert looked good in that game. And, you know, we just got to hope Lane Johnson can hold it together with his abdominal tear. But, yeah, that sucked.
It's so funny. This is like the most I don't want to say boring podcast I've ever done with y'all, but y'all are just so deflated.
Well, I
Or
want
y'all
him to.
losing,
He's not
like,
saying anything. He's just awkwardly sitting there. He shows up a little bit
Yeah.
late. He's
Yeah.
munching, and he has nothing to say. I was talking to you. He's not. I want to hear what he has to say about it.
I mean, I listened to you guys talk about it. I don't know what else to add.
I mean, I know you hate me talking about it, but I don't think you understand how intense my fantasy match was this fucking weekend.
So you're in the fantasy championship. Tell us more about
Championship.
that.
And the only reason I won was because his kicker. Well, he had the Colts kicker, right? And I had a 5-point lead. He kicks that field goal, and like the second quarter, that's a 40-something to get 4 points, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm fucked. He's gonna get another point. And I couldn't believe I watched the game live just to see the kicker not get points. I couldn't believe what happened in that game. It was a Christmas miracle.
So,
Like there was one point where the Colts, it was 4th and goal, and so I was like, all right, they're either getting a touchdown or they're getting the field goal, right? Like it's points no matter what for the field goal kicker. And they go for it on the 4th and goal and do not get it. And I was just like, are you kidding me? So the guy even messaged me right after, and he was like, man, that's the craziest game I've had all year. I was like, yeah. And let's not to mention Higby, that has given me nothing but shit all year, and I bench him, puts up 25 points.
fantasy bombs. No, he just hates when you talk about your fantasy team. So it's so funny.
But let's be
It's
real.
so funny.
People that bet money on that, because I guarantee Rams did not probably have the favored on that Denver game.
Oh man, can we talk about the Rams
Broncos
real
were
quick?
favored by 3.
Nat
Oh,
Hackett
dude.
is fired, dude. Nat Hackett.
Yes.
Nat Hackett.
Yeah, I felt
I'm
I just
out for
couldn't
blood.
believe
God
that
damn
score.
it.
Like,
No, that.
Nat Hackett's out for blood right now, dude. No one is safe. He's gonna go do
Dude,
some
like,
college
they're
team.
taking content away from us. They're taking food out of our kids' mouths, man, by taking that Hackett away from us.
Yeah, that was quick. What, 14, 15 games in, fire him, paying him, and we were talking about it before. They've spent in 5 years $800 million in paying out coaches and executives for firing them. The NFL,
Goddamn.
$800 million in the past 5
and
years.
who's taking the job now? Like, who's getting it? Who
Yeah,
wants it?
yeah.
It's the dude that Hackett brought in to manage the game clock, because Hackett, as a head coach, I feel like it should be like a requirement that you can manage a game, you know, but like Hackett couldn't do that. So the dude he brought in to do that for him is going to be the interim.
No, I've always said that like they should have like an intern or somebody to pay like $50,000 a year just to know when to take timeouts, like so that like because apparently these coaches can't figure that out. Andy Reid, but I mean like, but not Hackett. He's a special kind of dumb fuck.
Yeah.
But I
The dude
promise
was
you, if
in
they
way
had a
over his
person
head.
for that position, he would still fuck it up. It'd be like they'd have footage of the time clock management coach being like dicking around with the defense, talking to some dude on the bench. Like, where is the time management coach?
Well, whenever they had some coaches that had issues and bad timeouts, they're like, they consulted with people who play Madden to figure out when to call timeouts. They're like, we talked to this streamer, Mountain Dew 420. He's like, yeah, man, you like always got to take a timeout. Like, you know, just make sure you stop the clock. The more time, the more points you can get, dude. And it was like this whole ESPN bit. And I was like, just don't be stupid. And Nat Hackett's definitely dumb. They're saying that they can fix Russell Wilson. Do you think that's possible? Do you think he's too far gone?
No, I feel like they can fix him. Like, they can't fix his cringiness. Like, they can't do that. They can't fix him, like, standing in midfield, like, with his arms out, circling around. Man, like, meditating all the incomplete passes and interceptions he's going to throw.
Pretending like he doesn't hear Future playing in the stadium. Like, you know, just like rapping about, just like, yeah.
Well, someone I heard
I put an
I
ounce to your
think it's funny
spouse.
how they think Russell Wilson's even looking worse than he might have is just because he can't run around like he used to. and that's where his biggest plays came, was out of the pocket.
He, he
And
can he can run. He just chooses not to.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
well, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, he's on the same sort of trajectory, but he did get the Super Bowl. He's around the same age as McNabb. Whenever McNabb went from the Eagles to the Washington football team, whenever McNabb
yeah,
left, he
that.
kind of declined after that and went downhill. And they had similar play styles, you could say. So, I mean, I don't know. I think that his best years are obviously behind him, and they were wasted by Seattle. I think there's enough talent there to get it done, but they need to be. I don't know.
Super Bowl.
No, why no? But those weren't his best years, though. His best years were post Super Bowl. Like he was better in the second Super Bowl than the first, and then that for like 3 or 4 years after that, you can make a case he should have been MVP or was in the running and got stiffed, and it's been kind of downhill since then. He hurt his hand, fucked up his thumb. And then since then, it's kind of been downhill. And now he's out of there. Seattle looks pretty competitive. And it makes you wonder because, Denver's got an extremely good defense. And they do have some talent outside the numbers. And they were deep at running back. Granted, they got bit by the injury bug. It's not like everybody on the Broncos is a fucking scrub. And their defense is definitely good. So, I mean, I don't know. Is he fixable? We'll see. If he doesn't get it done next year, I mean, I think he's cut. You can't cut him right now. There's 100.
I feel like he is fixable though, like because Nathaniel Hackett did not have control over that team at all. Dude wasn't a leader. He didn't know how to be a head coach, and so I feel like if you bring in a guy who's experienced, who knows how to work with quarterbacks, work with what he's got. We're not gonna see the Russell Wilson of old, but like we will see. Optimistic that we'll see an improved Russell Wilson.
Well, if they don't figure it out next year, I mean, Russell Wilson could be gone. The GM could be gone. The new owners of them, they own Walmart. It's the Walmart. Yeah. They got Walmart money. They ain't losing. You gonna ride your ass to the unemployment line if you keep fucking around with that Walmart money.
I hope we're gonna use that money to get Sean Payton.
You think you will?
I'd like to see him, but
you think he'll
I
take
think
it?
Sean Payton, I don't think he's that fucking good. Everyone's like, ooh, Sean Payton. I don't know. Is it Sean Payton or was it Drew Brees?
He's better than a lot of the coaches out there.
We'll find out, because I feel like he needs to have like an Andy Reid moment where it's like, oh, you think I'm the problem? Like, I'm going to go to Kansas City and turn another quarterback into just pure gold, and I'm going to be the same Andy Reid.
Well, I think that Andy Reid had hit a brick wall in Philadelphia where it was like he was good. He could get to a certain point, but he kept running into the same brick wall. I think he needed a change of scene. I think he needed a change of scenery.
That might have been an organizational thing, not an Andy Reid thing.
Well, I think that both the organization and Andy Reid both needed to move on. He'd been there.
And it was kind of the same with Sean Payton in New Orleans after Breeze. It was kind of like, okay, and he.
No, I think it's convenient. Sean Payton wants to get the fuck out of there after he pays like $140 million or some shit to Taysom Hill, and doesn't have any sort of backup and fucks up their salary cap and their offense exponentially. So that way it's all goofy as fuck, and they're stuck without a quarterback, and they've been rolling around with the redheaded rifleman and a bunch of scrubs at quarterback since they've had Drew Brees. They haven't really been that competitive. They've drafted badly. He left them in a bad spot with some talent that was overpaid at some positions. He did have some good drafts, but he didn't leave them set up. He wasted a shit ton of draft capital on Taysom Hill to where you couldn't cut him. Like you were stuck paying him. He's like, oh, he's a gadget utensil guy. Like what? Get the fuck out of here.
The Saints still have him on contract, so he could just go back to the Saints. Yeah. And then also, like, if a team wanted him, they'd have to trade for him, like give up like a first rounder.
Yeah, see, I've heard that maybe Tom Brady goes to the Saints, and then Sean Payton comes back. That's something that's been floated out there. I think you see someone like Carr wind up there. Carr could go to Tampa Bay. Carr could go to the Saints. Carr could go to a couple of other teams. Why not
go to the Colts?
He go to the.
Peyton goes to Tampa Bay.
No, because I don't think that they're. I think that Tampa Bay is probably going to promote someone from within. They're going to roll with Todd Bowles one more time. I don't think that you can really trust what Tampa Bay is right now, and the fact that they're hung up on this idea of having Tom Brady. They think he's like the fix-all, be-all. And right now what we're seeing is the remnants of what we saw Tom Brady look like when he was with the Patriots. It was just like dink and dunk. They can't run the ball. The salary cap's all fucked up. They don't have any really good talent. They're bit with the injury bug. Tom Brady throws tantrums, throws interceptions. But this team, I mean, could be the worst team, the worst record he's ever played on in his whole career. Like right now, he's playing some of the worst football he's ever played. So any clown that decides to pick up Tom Brady for next year and have them play quarterback, like, good luck, because I don't think it's going to get any better. He doesn't, and I think that with the young people in these locker rooms, some of them seem tired of it, man. Maybe to win one Super Bowl, you're like, yeah, but after a bit, watching some 45-year-old man throw temper tantrums in the fucking corner and breaking tablets and throwing shit and cussing people out constantly, and him being beyond reproach. Oh, I'm going through a divorce, so I need to miss 2 days of practice, but he's going out there and playing like a chumpzilla. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Who are you going to come and yell at me for how I... No, he's played terrible. He's like one of the worst rated quarterbacks in the league right now.
Yeah, and his receivers have just been playing great too. I don't know how many Tampa games I watched early on where receivers are just blatantly right in the hands, just boop, dropping.
Well, I remember Julius Campbell telling Gary Bertier in Remember the Titans, attitude reflects leadership. So if you're out there and you're supposed to be the leader of this football team, and you're out there breaking and slamming shit and cussing people out, after like 2-3 seasons of that shit, you're probably going to get burned out on it. That's all I'm saying. That would get old pretty quick.
Well, let's talk about Tua. I think Tua's out for the season. Or should be.
He should be.
Yeah, I don't know, man. These head injuries are pretty crazy. They say he's had 3 concussions this season. So,
and then, what if Brady goes to Miami?
I think they suck. I'm saying fuck Tom Brady. He's washed. He's a chump. But now watch them win the division and beat the Cowboys in the first round, and beat the Cowboys in the first round of the playoffs, and the Cowboys have to go on the road. That would I would laugh my ass off. That's something. Or y'all having to go to Carolina and play outside, and it's like snowing and in the cold. It's possible.
Typical Philly fan. It's like a 20 minutes of spitting garbage about Brady, and then it's like, but if he beats the Cowboys,
he's never lost to the Cowboys in his whole career. Tom Brady's never lost to the Cowboys in his whole career. So statistically, he should beat you guys in the playoffs. At home, he should beat you based off of the history, the scrolls, the papyrus with Sanskrit text.
Sorry, I don't care what anyone says. Tampa Bay is not beating anybody the first round.
What were you saying? What were you saying, Goody?
He's like slowly becoming kind of like Donald Trump, where he just like he's not gonna like let go of power. He's becoming like looking weirder and weirder, like physically, you know, like.
Dude, he looks weird as fuck, dude. I'm sorry.
He's living in Florida now. You know, moved from his penthouse in New York.
He lives in Florida. He's paying for his wife's house that's in Florida. He's got some 26-year-old girlfriend or something who, I don't know, I saw something on Twitter. It's probably fake, but it's like, is she married? I was like, who knows? He is just...
already?
Yeah, he's got some like 26-year-old girlfriend that he's walking around with now. Of course he does. TB12, bro. It's like, oh, I met her doing... that's his brand, is like...
No, I know, but... What does that have to do with it?
I don't know. I just feel like he just drops that. Just says that.
TB12.
Yeah, to just like close a deal. You know, hey, you should come back to my place. We can have some wine. TB12. And she's like, oh, you're crazy, Thomas.
TB12.
Yeah, you know. We gotta get, so whenever he's cussing out his teammates, that would get old as shit. Hey, get your shit together. Hold your block. TB12. Like, God damn it! Why does he always have to
That's how
do
they
that?
break the huddle.
Yeah.
So they
Well, I
break the
think
huddle.
the most surprise leading
Hot
into the
TV 12.
playoffs, to be honest, in my opinion, is I can't believe how good Cincinnati all of a sudden is looking.
What do you mean? They were in the Super Bowl last year. But yeah,
But the beginning and first half of the season, it was like, man,
yeah, they started out like what, 2 and something, 2
pretty
and
bad.
They've been
4.
playing good for a long time.
Yeah,
Except
they
for
have
you,
been. They
Joe
look
Burrow.
good. Jacksonville looks good. Jacksonville looks like they're going to win that
if
division.
Joe Burrow takes Cincinnati to the conference championship, I think he might turn into one of the best quarterbacks we've seen in the league.
He already is one of the best quarterbacks we've seen in the league.
Yeah, but when has that ever been done in the first 2 years?
Patrick
As a
Mahomes.
rookie, you go to the Super Bowl,
Patrick
and then the
Mahomes.
next year you go to the conference championship.
Patrick Mahomes. What are you talking about?
He did that
He sat on the bench his first
and
year.
second?
He sat on the bench his first year. In his second year, he came out and threw 50 touchdowns. His first
Well,
year as a starter, he lit it up. It was
Joe
like an
Burrow didn't sit
MVP
the
and
bench.
lost.
Joe Burrow didn't sit the bench. He went straight from draft to the field.
Good for him.
Patrick Mahomes has been to the AFC Championship game every single year. He's been the starting quarterback of the Cincinnati Chiefs.
Cincinnati Chiefs.
Every single year he has been, and he's a Super Bowl MVP and a regular season MVP in the first 3 years because he won an MVP. Then the next year he won the Super Bowl because he lost the conference championship his first year as a starter to Tom Brady, and it was that play where they had the fall or like the offsides or something like that where it wasn't, but it should have been called. Yeah, he was lined up offsides, and it was kind of a bogus offsides on Frank Clark, I believe. And then they ended up having to call it back, call back the interception, and then he scored. So Patrick Mahomes has done shit that we've never seen. And Joey Breeze is already one of the best quarterbacks in the league, for sure. He's fantastic. Joe Burrow's legit as fuck. That dude's no joke. I think he's like second in passing touchdowns, top 1 or 2 in touchdown passes. Like, he's all over the place. He got a stranglehold on some of that. Cheddar. He's going to get paid. That dude's going to get fucking paid. All right, well, do you guys have your bets? You didn't put them on the sheet, so do you guys have your own stuff handy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got mine.
That's what I figured. All right, well, we'll get into bets real quick because I want to go over this.
Wait. How'd y'all do last week?
That's what we're going to get into. They do their recap, and then they could get into more stuff. If you listened, Elwood eating. Now, who's munching now, dude? You're slamming up there. Typical Cowboys fan. Dick. All right, Goody. How'd you do last week? Recap last week. Go.
So my 8-team favorite parlay was blown up by the Lions and the Dolphins. So that wasn't very good. And then the 3-team long shot parlay, Jaguars, Texans, Eagles. So that blew up. If the Eagles pulled that off, that would have been plus 1,200.
Damn.
Yeah, not great. But I did hit on a. Don't worry about it.
Hit on what?
14
No,
NBA. I hit on a Jazz, Hornets, Heat, Nets parlay the next day.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Because we're going to have to transition after Super Bowl and stuff into like all basketball bets.
I've been betting.
I think it's appropriate to bring up Luka's historical.
We will.
game.
We'll get into it in a second.
Okay. He thinks it's appropriate to bring up Luka right now. That's cute. Okay, so
Talking about basketball bets.
Mr. Bookie Two Shoes 17 favorite parlay for what, week 17?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. New York Giants at home over the Indianapolis Colts. Kansas City Chiefs at home over they might be inspired now, the Nat packetless Broncos.
They'll play worse without me. God damn it.
Watch them win
A lot
first
of-
game.
a lot of teams, they come together, after they lose their coach, like the Panthers when they get rid of their coach. Like
Dude, they
Rule.
could make the playoffs.
Yeah. Okay, and then Lions at home over the Bears. I think that, I mean, the Lions still have a chance to make the playoffs, right?
That's going to be a shootout.
I don't know about that. Uh, Falcons at home over the Cardinals. That's a shit game. I don't know anybody who wants to watch it, but Eagles at home over the Saints. Cowboys on the road over the Titans. And then the Commanders with Wentz. This is a little shaky, but at home versus the Browns. So Giants, Chiefs, Lions, Falcons, Eagles, Cowboys, C words. So basically the NFC East. Chiefs, Lions, Falcons. Plus 872.
Okay.
So yeah, the NFC East to win out, and then those 3 additional teams. Okay, 3-team long shot parlay. This is barely a long shot, but Bengals at home over the Bills. That's like essentially a pick 'em at this point.
Yeah.
The Bengals are like at +1. I think the Dolphins could beat the Patriots at home. I don't know.
Who's playing quarter? Oh, Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, because
Teddy Two Gloves.
Yeah, Teddy Two Gloves. Yeah. Shout out Teddy Two Gloves, man. Shout out Teddy Two Gloves.
And then I got the Panthers on the road in Tampa. So Bengals, Dolphins, Panthers together, it's plus 978. Money line.
That Panthers game, I'm telling you, and I know it sounds ludicrous, and I know Elwood's gonna get his, butt plug farther up there, but I do think that the Panthers, more so than Tampa Bay, if they win that division, they could give the Cowboys a run for their money in how they play football, how they get after the quarterback with their pass rush and their defense. They have a top elite corner they're playing with house money, and they run the ball really fucking well. They can run the ball really, really well. Throw DJ Moore out there. They have some weapons where they could be tough to play on the road for a team like Dallas if they're not able to run the ball. If they turn the ball over or they're not able to control the clock and have to play from behind, I think that could be tough for them.
I got to stop you right there. No one out of that division scares me. No one. That division is garbage.
That Panthers team plays tough.
Move
though.
Along.
That Panthers team plays tough.
Garbage.
Nah, man, they played tough, and to me, if let's say they win the division, they get a home game against the Cowboys. They get to play them on the road, outdoors, in the cold weather. That's like their fucking Super Bowl. Just like this is for you right now, beating us by 4 points is your Super Bowl. Playing you in the playoffs would be their Super Bowl, and that was a good. I give myself a round of applause. That was a good burn.
Is the championship game in the NFL. I know, like the Cowboys, they don't know what we have to educate them what a Super Bowl is. It's been,
Wait, how many do y'all have?
Centuries. It was the last time you guys won.
Well, we have I think since 2000 we have 14 playoff wins, and the Cowboys have something like three since 95 or something.
How many Super Bowls do y'all have?
Oh, we got one, baby. Arguably the greatest, the Revenge Bowl, where we beat the greatest.
Called the Super Bowl back when you guys were winning.
You know what's funny?
It wasn't when we were. It was called the World Championship.
I'm the parent with 5 kids that are grown up, and you're the parent with 1 kid that's like 2, and you're trying to teach me about parental
you're the old grandpa who's talking at school board meetings about your grandkids who used to go to the school district, but they're so old that you're telling them how to raise their grandkids. But it's been so long since you guys did anything relevant or important that like you forget that like it's just take a seat. It's been a while. It's okay. It's fine.
We have computers now.
Like you guys better win one soon, or there's not gonna be anybody alive who remembers the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl.
It's getting that bad.
It's getting that bad. There's people that are 30, almost 30. Who were like, huh, Super Bowl?
100%. That's sad.
It's sad, but whatever. It is what it is. Like, let them bask in it. They're going to play the Titans. Who do you guys finish the year with? Who do you play in the last game of the year?
C-words.
Oh, yeah. The C-words. Wentz. Oh, yeah, Carson Wentz has been reinstalled as the starter. They have pulled Heineke. And I'm a firm believer. I think Sam Howell, their third string quarterback, who played at North Carolina Tar Heels, is a badass, and he's just sitting there at third string. They're probably going to end up moving him, but putting Wentz in is pretty fucking crazy. I don't know. I'd hope the Cowboys lose both of those games. Fuck the Cowboys.
Wentz is horrible.
All right.
Always has been.
Now we got to get into the good. No, that's Mr. Goody's bets. Pick the entire NFC East and who?
Chiefs.
Yeah, and the Chiefs.
Lions, Falcons.
All right. Well, now we're gonna get into 2.0s bets. 2.0 trapped in a hotel. He's trapped in a hotel because the water pipes bursted. Let's hear your bets. Do a recap of last week. How much money did we fucking lose?
All right, so
we're not on speaker, are we? Right? Okay, like right there. I was like, your parents are in there, man. We gotta be careful.
No.
Oh, okay, good. I was like, dude, don't blow up the spot like that.
So we went 2-2, down the juice. Recap into the games real quick. We had the Lions -2.5 at the Panthers. That did not hit as the Lions lost 37-23. Panthers look really good. Lions didn't have an answer for them. Sucks. It's just how it goes. Then we had the Bears +9 hosting the Bills. The Bills came in and absolutely blew them out of the water, 35-13. Thought that was going to be a closer game. Bears just didn't have an answer for anything that the Bills could do. At this point, you kind of think they're just playing for a better draft pick. You had the Steelers -2.5 hosting the Raiders. Steelers won 13-10, so they did cover there.
Last second too.
Yeah, dude, NFL young boy, dude, out there just beasting on people. He looks like the steal. Pickett looks like, well, not Pickett. What's his name? Pickens looks like one of the steals of the draft. He fell. Super good receiver. Nice snag of a catch. He looks like a fucking steal. But the Steelers always do that. They pull good receivers out of their ass.
Best duo team name ever. Pickett to Pickens.
I don't know. I think Hurts to Brown or Hurts to Smith is better. Okay.
I'm talking about just the way it sounds.
My Dynasty League of Dorks, the rookie draft this year, I took Garrett Wilson, and Pickens went right after him. And you could argue that, one or the other is better. I think Garrett Wilson might win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Pickens might be a better receiver.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, in New York with the Jets. Wilson benched again, done for the year. See if they move on from him, if they bring him back, if they draft a quarterback. I mean, who knows? I don't even know what type of capital they still have left.
The Jets?
Yeah.
No, they're maxed out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have a really good defense. They still have an outside chance to make the playoffs. Mike White is cleared to play, so he'll be back this week, so we'll see. But all right, continue 2.0. Sorry, tangent.
No worries. We had a little two-leg teaser. We teased the Bucks down to -1.5 at the Cardinals. That did hit. The Bucks won 19-16, but they did need overtime to do it. And then we teased the 49ers down to -1 hosting the Commanders. The 49ers won 37-20. Pretty easy game there. So again, 2-2 down the juice. Look to have a better week this time.
All right, we'll drop this knowledge. These were golden robotic nuggets that Mr. Goody is opposed to because he hates the future. Tell us your picks.
So I couldn't go too much into these breakdowns just because of travel issues. But first off, we got the Bears at the Lions. We're taking the Lions -6 at -110. Line opened up at like -4 or something and has been climbing fast and for good reason. Although the Lions did look flat last week, they will be at home, and the Lions at home are infinitely better than on the road. They do still have a wild card. They do still have a wild card spot to play for. So at this point, like I said earlier, it seems like the Bears are just kind of playing for a better draft pick. So we're gonna hope that we're gonna bank on the Lions to go off and take them at -6.
All right.
And then this game was really tough. I went back and forth, but the Bills Bengals game. I'm taking the Bengals +1 at -110. You can take them on the money line at -105. That's what my book has it as. With only 5 points worth of difference in the odds, I'm just gonna take them at +1 in case we get like a last-second field goal or whatever, and we can get a push. Who knows? But this is looking like it's going to be the best game of the week. Both teams are on fire here, but I'm leaning with the Bengals, mostly because of the travel issues for the Bills. They were in Chicago last week and couldn't go home because of the blizzard before this game. Last time this happened, they almost lost to the Lions when they stayed in Detroit for 2 weeks. You also have to think that their minds are at least partly in Buffalo, worried about their families and friends who are having to deal with this blizzard, and some of which might not even have power.
Yeah, it's really
They are
bad.
professionals. It is.
Is that the one that's 50 inches or something? I heard.
Yeah, I mean, there's people like the death toll's up like above 20 right now, where there's people that have been
It's
found.
up to like
yeah.
35 last time.
Yeah, it's like 35, and it's about to like flood like
Yeah.
the next couple days.
Yeah, it's really bad up there.
Yeah, so like obviously my heart goes out to the people of Buffalo, but this Bills team, they are professionals. When it comes game time, they will be ready, but you have to think that all the issues going on back home is going to impact their preparation in one way or another. So because of that, we're going to go with the Bengals here. Bengals have been red hot lately, and they took care of the Chiefs at home earlier this season as well. So let's go with the Bengals.
All right.
Yeah, I think the Bengals have actually been consistently better than Bills recently.
I saw this like crazy stat. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Well, I mean, the Buffalo started out hot.
Yeah, but Josh Allen's kind of roller coastered recently.
Yeah.
What's your crazy stat?
Oh, here it is. Yeah. Bengals are 20. They've covered 20 out of their last 23 games.
Oh wow.
It's the second best.
Next to the
behind Tom
Falcons.
Brady.
Oh, I was gonna say the Falcons whenever they were like 10 straight or something like that.
Nah, Tom Brady was 22-1 against the spread from week 2 of the 2003 season to week 4 of the 2004 season.
Damn.
Anyways, so then we got a little 3-leg teaser here.
All right.
First leg, we're going Colts at the Giants. We're teasing the Giants down from -6 to pick 'em. We got the Saints at the Eagles. We're teasing the Eagles down from -6 to a pick 'em. We got the 49ers at the Raiders. We're teasing the 49ers from -10 down to -4. So going into it a little bit, the Colts looked awful last week, while the Giants have been playing well recently. They had that dead stretch in the middle of the season, but they've really figured it out. Come crunch time, I think Kayvon Thibodeau is going to have a field day against this abysmal O-line for the Colts. Giants are still competing for a playoff spot, while the Colts have nothing to play for now. So Giants need to keep winning if they want to have any chance of playing in the playoffs, and so we just need them to win the game, which I'm confident they can do, especially in New York. And then with the Saints-Eagles game, obviously the Eagles missed Jalen Hurts, but Gardner Minshew is not a bad replacement. Eagles are the better team here, and they are at home. We just need them to win the game, which I feel like they should be able to do against this Saints team.
Ugh.
I would hope.
Fuck off, Elwood.
Yeah.
We've lost 2 games all year.
And then
Blow it out.
for the 49ers-Raiders game, this is mostly a play against the Raiders. We're going to fade them here. Derek Carr is being benched for the rest of the season, meaning they're going to cut him at the end of the season. This isn't like the Jets where their starter got benched and the backup came in and everybody kind of rallied around him. Like Derek Carr's the captain of this team. He's the team's leader. You know that him being benched is going to have a negative impact on this Raiders team. So I don't expect them to come out playing that well. I don't think they're good. Their heart is going to be in it. So we
I
just
hope
need the
not.
49ers to win by 5 points. And with the way they have been playing lately, I feel like they could do that pretty easily.
Yeah, they've been bulldozing people.
Yeah.
All right, what's your next one? Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I got for this week.
Damn, man. I'm sorry you're like trapped in a hotel and had to deal with all that shit. That's wild. I feel like I've known like 3 people that got stuck. Either their flight fucked up or some people I know like were looking for their luggage at the airport. Some of those pictures are pretty crazy. Or they sent a bunch of people out to LAX and then but they didn't send the people to LAX, but they sent all their luggage. So there's just luggage waiting in LA for people to come pick it up, just lining up in the terminals. Southwest is fucked, man.
Yeah.
Southwest is fucked.
Yeah, I was seeing that about how that like they don't know if they'll recover, like from the like logistic point, like of how like bad the shit went down.
And then, man, I'll tell you. So I flew recently, and I took American Airlines, and I never take American. I always fly Southwest. That's all I'd ever fly. So it's mind blowing to me because they've been so easy
Good.
breezy. I was even like bragging, like, man, this is fine, but DFW sucks compared to like Love Field. And it's farther, but it's so much easier and it's simpler and it's quicker and faster. Man, I was wrong, man. I was wrong. They fudged the bucket. Canceled like 90% of their fucking flights. They're going to be paying people fines out the ass. They're going to be paying out hundreds of thousands of dollars to people.
Yeah,
That's
they're
fine.
going to
Glad
pay
I-
for our rental car as well.
Yeah. Oh, I bet they do. They're going to pay for your rental car. Yeah, I mean, I guess you
Rental
can't.
cars, hotels for people, like everything.
I mean, but that's why I will never travel during the holidays.
Well, yeah, I mean, taking a big long flight, but for some people, that's like the best option. You got to make memories with family. Family first. Sometimes you got to travel.
Yeah, you come to me. You come to me.
You come to me.
You want to make memories?
You want to make
with the
memories?
Elwoods?
Come to me,
Yeah.
damn it. Get your ass over here, otherwise, fuck you. Do your Christmas over there. I ain't crossing the street. You come to me. Now, what?
40 burger.
Ow, 40.
You're stupid.
Hey, but weren't Dallas fans respectful towards you?
Depends.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
10 times more.
No,
than
it
I would be
depends.
treated
It
as a
depends.
fan.
No, it depends because there's there's 2 different types. There's people who are nice because I wasn't like rude to anybody or talking shit to anybody, like.
Well, yeah.
But there was people that were like hanging out around the stadium after the game. Like these are the people, and this is why like this everybody don't get shit faced at sporting events because you see these drunk ass dudes out there just trying to instigate fights with people. It's literally all they're trying to do is just standing out there and like walking behind people and yelling and screaming in their ears, "Fuck you, fuck the Eagles!" Just screaming at people, and I'm like, dude. Then I also saw this like mother and daughter almost get into a fight. This mom be like, "We need to go," and she's like, "Don't fucking touch me." It was wild. That shit was crazy. And it looked like the mom could totally take
I'll
her.
be honest. Recently, any game I go to, even if my team wins, I'm like not. I've done all my yelling in the stadium. That by the time I'm walking to the car, I'm just ready to get home, and I'm tired, and I'm already worried about the traffic that from the pile up at the parking garage.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, people are just getting so shit faced at these events
I mean,
now
I've
that
gotten
like anything's
shit-faced.
possible. I'm
I
saying
have-
like people are getting so drunk at these events that anything's possible. Like people are crazy. Like, and that's
Believe
why.
me, I almost yelled at a 8-year-old kid at the Cowboys game because he wouldn't shut up.
Why are you?
and he was
Why are
a
you?
Cardinals fan.
Why are you trying to fight 8-year-olds, dude?
I wasn't. I held back all.
That's what I
to the
heard. What
point
about you,
where
Joe? I heard he's
you
trying to
know
fight
it's
8-year-olds.
bad. No, you know
That's
it's
what
bad
he
when even
said.
his own mom was like, "Son, no, you can't be saying that." Yeah.
Oh, awesome. I love whenever the sex bots appear in chat on here. They're great. That are like, hey, you like feet? Come see feet here. You're like, wait, what? I'm like, nobody click that link. Nobody click it. Don't. So what?
How far are Cowboys going in the playoffs?
First round.
Yeah, you think they're going out first round?
Well, it depends who they play, obviously. I think at the best, they make it to the second round.
I think they're going
That's
all the
just
way,
what the
boys.
Cowboys do.
Man, if T.Y. Hilton
Here we go.
gets more active and you get him and CD on the outs, good luck. Good luck, dude.
Yeah, because you guys are going to play the winner of the NFC South in the first round. That's already going to happen. So you'll make it past the first round.
We still could win the division.
You're not going to win the division. So then after
you
that,
never
you
know.
got either the 49ers or the Vikings. I mean, you already destroyed the Vikings. So it depends who you end up against.
Yeah, but I would rather play. I was just having this talk the other day. I'd rather play the Buccaneers and have a revenge game than have a game where we've already blown out the team and come in overconfident. But that's just me as a long life Cowboys fan and knowing how it usually goes when we, like, oh yeah, we've already beaten this team.
Fuck
And
the
then it's like, no.
Cowboys. Fuck the Cowboys. Fuck Jerry Jones. Fuck Dak Prescott. Fuck Tank Lawrence. Fuck Micah Parsons. Fuck Trayvon Diggs. Fuck Noah Brown. Fuck Jason Fredericks. Fuck McGovern. Fuck Tyron Smith. Fuck Tyler Smith. Fuck Jason Peters. Fuck Pollard. Fuck Zeke.
Cool.
No, fuck
Van
Vander
Der
Esch.
Esch
Night
is
Wolf. The Night Wolf. Oh, the cheesiest fucking name ever. Leighton Vander Esch. He sounds like one of the missing people trying to chase after people in The Sound of Music. He has a... I won't say it. But he sounds like he has the last name of a villain in The Sound of Music. And he's always hurt. You guys always have someone who's hurt. It's Sean Lee. And then it's Leighton Vander Esch. Always one of these linebacker cocksuckers for the Cowboys is always hurt. He's really good when he could play. The best linebacker in Cowboys history is Datton Wynn, and everybody knows it.
Well, yeah, Dat Wynn lives right down the street from me.
He does? That's badass.
The Cowboys as a staff, record label, and as a fucking crew. And if you down with the Cowboys, fuck you too.
Jerry Jones, fuck you too.
Fuck you too. Die slow.
Yeah.
My fofo, make sure all you Cowboys don't grow.
My fofo, make sure your illegitimate kids don't grow. Jerry Joe. Bitch.
You the mob when we always on our job.
What is
Jerry?
that? Whatever. Get out of here.
No, that's a win. W.
I'm literally wearing a Biggie shirt while we're quoting hit him up.
That's a 5 for 5 seed.
I'm wearing an anime shirt because winner, chicken anime dinner.
Biggie shirt.
Good thing you're already married.
What's that?
I said good thing you're already married. Winner,
yeah, she
winner.
watches the show with me.
I know, that's what
dude.
I'm saying. You found a good one, sir. I'm wearing my anime shirt. Ooh. Fuck the Cowboys.
They're the best.
I mean, so Chargers are in the playoffs.
We beat the best, so we
Chargers
are
are in the playoffs, so I was wrong about that. I thought that division would be better, so I was wrong. Sorry, guys. And Cowboys are in. Sorry, guys. And the Niners are in. We still have a chance with the Bucks. But, yeah, we'll see. Anybody got anything else? Any more shit talking you want to get
Yes,
done, Elwood, before I wrap this shit up? You
uh,
cocksucker.
Better luck next time.
Yeah, hopefully we see y'all in the playoffs. I'd be fine with that.
I'm so down for a rematch with the starting quarterbacks. And then I'm
Anyways.
gonna hear it when we win. Oh, but Jalen hurt shoulder, bro. His shoulder wasn't 100%, bro.
Yeah, but what happened with your fantasy?
Yeah, so is it? So it's the championship this week.
Yeah, it's this weekend. And all your stats about we were saying about Vegas, I hope it's true because the guy I'm facing for the championship has Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs. And last week they did horrible for him, and I'm hoping they do horrible again this weekend for him.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too. I'm in the championship for my fantasy league as well.
Here we go.
The guy I'm facing has the entire Cowboys team. I know everybody cares, so I'm gonna keep.
He has the entire
Well, does he have
Cowboys
Pollard?
team.
He has Dak Prescott, Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb, Dalton Schultz, and the Cowboys defense on his starting roster.
Well, something to make you. I think Pollard's not going to be playing. In all honesty, I have him on my team, and all my updates don't look good at all. So I'm trying to get a backup as I speak.
The Titans have like the second worst pass defense in the NFL, so they're gonna go off. So
yeah, CD's been doing good towards the end of the year.
Fuck CeeDee Lamb with his goofy ass hair. Multicolored. Pick one.
I'm in the
Goofy
MP3.
hair, really? He has like the most like tamed of wide receiver hairs in the league, I would say.
Dude, he's got like Raggedy Ann dreads with like multicolored.
At least they don't look like four
Robbie
turds.
Anderson has the worst hair.
Robbie Anderson's got like the ODB hair, so Robbie Anderson's crushing.
Yeah, there's some that's like literally it's like four Mr. Hankies. It's like what is going on, dude?
That's probably Robbie Anderson. Four Mr. Hankies. I've never. That's
like, hey, can
the
you
most
just
white comment about dreadlocks I've ever seen
like, can you
or ever heard. He's walking around with these long pieces of poop hanging off his head.
Oh, you want me to fuck up your shit? You want me to give you a bad haircut? No, I want you to make my hair look like shit. Literally. Oh, yeah, I can do that, man. Guy before you just asked it. It's in, apparently.
Yeah, these long, stringy poops hanging off his head. They're dreadlocks, Grandpa. Hey! Why do you have Dookie on your head, son?
When will they go back to like early Bob Marley dreads that are like short, sweet, look really cool?
That Bob Marley, he had hot coils on his head. It looked like
guess
poop.
We can thank the Weeknd for this turd style. Isn't it the Weeknd that made that famous?
I don't know if it's turd style. Turd.
Yes. And I forget who in the
You're
NBA
turning into your dad
the
without
NBA
even
dude,
really.
Bird that just sticks out like here in front of his head. He just like waddles it.
Yeah, Earl Payton, he's badass.
Oh, dude.
Dude, whatever.
Sorry.
That guy's balling. He's awesome. That hair's the shit.
Did you hear me say anything about his skills?
No, but you said it looks like he has poop on his head.
Yeah, not dogging you as a player, but dude, your hair looks like poop.
Incredible.
What's funny is you only laugh because you know it's true.
Well, it's just like such a goofy, ignorant take on it. It's funny.
Ignorant though? Really?
Well, I mean, he has dread, so obviously.
It's the first thing that comes to mind when you look at it. You go, "Oh, that's not a turd."
I think of like Coolio. I think of like Coolio or something.
Yeah, but Coolio wasn't that thick. His were small. He had like a weird, like I don't even know what Coolios were, man. His were like you didn't eat enough fiber turds. You're not a real fan.
So like the guy from didn't eat enough fiber. You mean so you're talking about from like Don't Be a Menace dreads?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, but I mean I wouldn't say they're
but
poop.
even his aren't like. There's some guys that they're just bad, dude. And I had a dude. Buddy of mine in high school, a white guy even, that made his own dreads,
and they were the nastiest looking fucking. And I was just like, dude, like, cut him off. And finally, of course, he shaved his head. But yeah, it was just like, and then he kept him in a bag.
What? Why would you keep them in a fucking bag?
Actually, true story. Science teacher asked him, "Hey, did you keep your dreads?" And he goes, "Yeah, actually." And she says, "Can I have them?" And the next day, we showed up in high school in the science class, and she had the dreads taped onto the skeleton in the classroom.
That's
I'm not
gross.
making that up. That's
That's
100%
weird.
true.
That's not okay. That's not okay.
Why? Miss Stewart was the coolest.
2.0, did you watch any of these clips?
Yeah, I did.
All right, well, I'm going to pull some of them up just for the fuck of it.
Oh, can we talk about one of the craziest? I think it was this weekend.
Did you
the
see this kid
Justin
with
Fields play?
dancing with this fucking gun and shoots his gun off in his house? I saw it and I just had to add it.
Yeah,
It has
that's
nothing to do with
idiotic.
sports. But like, what are you doing? Why would you be dancing around with the fucking gun? I can't play the audio because there's obviously music in the background. He thinks he's cool.
Oh, did I send you the Instagram video
His
today I
mom
saw
comes
with
in
the
and starts beating his ass.
Yeah, beats his ass. And there's that video of that moose, dude. That moose is intense, running through like 4 feet of snow. Thing is moving. Moose are intense.
Yeah, no, I've seen a small moose and they're big.
Oh, I've seen a big wild one, and they're fucking huge and intense. And it's just like, oh,
Yeah,
hike,
his name's Daryl.
hike,
His
hike
name's
over,
Daryl Johnson, and he
hike
ran
over.
over your team for years.
Fucking Daryl Johnson's dumbass. I hate Daryl
The
Johnson.
moose.
And there's a picture of some guy, a baby Jesus was stolen from Fort Worth at the manger scene.
Wait, isn't there video of it? Or
Yeah,
I
and
thought I saw that.
then this guy, I guess it got
It's
returned.
like
I
some
guess
frat college dude.
I guess they caught him.
What
That's
an
pretty
idiot.
awesome. No, that's pretty awesome. More power to you. Fuck up the
Yeah,
Christmas.
I mean, is it awesome getting a criminal charge for stealing a baby Jesus? Like, you could have just taken a picture or like peed on it or something, and like no one would have ever known. But you took it, and so now you're a theft.
Yeah, I mean, if you get caught, it's not worth it. But if you don't, then it's epic. Then you're a fucking legend, man. Joe, did you watch this video of this
We all
guy?
know if I'm stealing a baby Jesus, I'm going to the bar, and like everyone that night will know I stole the baby Jesus because I'm going to be parading it around the streets of Dallas.
There's this video of this guy who's on the UK Underground and like London Underground subway. He is on the subway. It stops at one stop. He gets off right when it stops and sprints to the next stop and gets back on the same car at the next stop.
That's an old video.
It might be an old video. It's still fucking cool.
Come on, dude. That was on E-Bomb's World.
No. I miss E-Bomb's World. I think it's still up, but it's not the same.
Dude, I miss the old videos on E-Bomb's World that were the like pictures within pictures that you would just scroll through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, that's
Well,
impressive.
sports.
That's hella fast.
Can we talk some hockey because the Dallas Stars are fucking killing?
Now let's talk Luca real quick. We can talk Luca. Luca.
Yeah, I actually had a bunch of buddies at the game, which I think is pretty cool. Like they got to experience that.
Yeah, Luca went off, man. A historic line for never happened before. 60, 21, and 10.
Now he needs a Jason Terry though. Like, when are the Mavericks gonna give him like his go-to duo, his help support?
I mean, I think it's coming. They've done a good job. They've gotten better every year. He's gotten better as a player, and I think more people are going to want to play with Luca as time continues.
Well, and I think the upside is Cuban is good about holding on to a player that he loves, and like convincing that player to stay. And also, I forget Luca's only 23. It's like kind of unreal.
Oh yeah, he's hella young.
Yeah, the guy's just a kid still.
Yeah. So I mean, they're bringing in the right pieces, putting them around them. They thought they had some pieces like JaVale McGee and others that would be rim protectors. They don't really have a good rim protector right now. Hardaway looks good. He looks like he's back and healthy. They got to
Did you hear
piece
his
it together.
quote after
Finney
the game?
Smith, I'm a big Finney Smith fan. He's legit. What's up?
Did you hear Luca's quote after the game?
Oh, he just wants a beer. He's tired and wants a beer.
Well, yeah, he's like, I need a recovery beer.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, he's a great personality. This area loves him. He's really likable. He works really hard. He tries hard. He's entertaining. He's like a big kid.
Yeah, I feel like he is Dirk 2.0. Like he literally is. He even gets like these angry faces like Dirk used to get, and it's more directed towards players than it is refs.
Yeah, but it took Dirk a while to become as entertaining as Luka is. Like Luka's one of the best players on the planet.
No, true.
You can make a case that there was like a year and a half, 2-year period where Dirk was the best basketball player on the planet.
But Dirk could barely speak English for a while there too.
No, but I'm just saying, like there was like a 2-year period, and whenever they won the championship, when Dirk was like the best, most unstoppable basketball player in the world. Other than that, he was never really that. He's the best European player of all time. He's one of the greatest scorers of all time, one of the best shooting big men
That's
of all
not
time.
true.
But no.
Because the one year the Mavericks beat the record for best record in the regular season when they lost first.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, but
Spurs.
he wasn't the best basketball player on the planet. If he was, he doesn't lose that series. In the playoff run by the Mavericks when they won the championship with Dirk, he was the best basketball player in the entire universe in that period of time. The way he played against Miami and the shots he was hitting, the way he was just going around dropping it, it was insane. He was the best player. Nobody in the world was playing basketball better than Dirk in that period of time. But he was always one of the better big men. But there was people, Kobe was better for a majority of Dirk's career. You could say that LeBron in some cases was better and a more complete player than Dirk was at the same time. But then Dirk peaked in that moment and was better than everybody.
Well,
and
yeah.
won a championship.
Can we talk about LeBron for a second and the new House Party movie?
I didn't know that there's a new House Party movie. I try to block shit like that.
I just saw the trailer.
That sounds fucking terrible.
It's about two dudes that break.
Oh
into
no,
LeBron
I saw that in their
James'
house sitting. They're like house sitting his house or something.
And it has that hologram where he's like, "You did a good thing with Miami" or whatever.
Oh yeah,
I'm
you did.
just
The decision was a great choice.
Yeah. So not only is LeBron remade one of the best childhood movies of Space Jam, now he's remaking House Party. Like LeBron, come on, chill out on the remakes, my dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got his little production network, so he can put
Next
himself.
thing you know, he's gonna do Caddyshack, and it's gonna be like Barbershop meets Caddyshack.
Oh man, that's the last thing you want.
And guess who's gonna
Barbershaq.
play
Barbershaq.
Guess
Bill
who's gonna
Burr-
play Bill Monroe?
Tyler Perry as
Tyler Perry.
Medea.
Yeah,
As Medea. Oh Lord. I
this golf club.
I gotta go rake the sandpits. Oh Lord. No.
It's dang gopher, I swear.
Well, that just sounds like some whistly old man.
Well, at least,
That's your Medea. That's your Medea impersonation.
Yeah.
Hello.
I feel like my accents have just all formed into one.
Yeah. Gross. All right. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up, you guys. I think that's it. I think we're done. That was a good show. You got anything else to add? Are you sad about your Broncos because they suck? They suck dick. Broncos suck.
Sad they suck, but I'm happy they fired.
Yeah, okay. Well, congratulations for that. And, good luck, obviously, Smellwood, with your stupid fucking Cowboys. You got nothing?
I was thinking about it, but no.
All right. Well, y'all be good.
I'm gonna leave it on Fly, Eagles, Die. You know what I mean?
Jesus, that's morbid. Well, take it easy, Elwood. Thank you so much for
Buckshot.
being here. And 2.0, keep your head up. It'll get better. You'll get out of the hotel. You'll be back on the streets in no time. Were you able to grab your system? Oh, you didn't even bring it. Jabroni. We could be playing COD right now. We could be playing COD.
Yeah, we could.
Well, tell everybody that I said hello and that I love them. And, you know, just be safe, man. And text me, let me know. I close the next couple of days, so just hit me up, man. I know it's been crazy. I ended up playing cards on Christmas Eve till late. But it was a good Christmas. So the only bad thing was the Eagles losing. Yeah. So that's good. That's the only bad thing I have. But all right, man. Well, I appreciate you being here. And, you know, play some bets, win us some money. 2.0 and Elwood. Later, man. Always on. Yeah, so that was another one down. Man. Hopefully the Eagles can close it out this week against the Saints, and we'll see what happens. Fuck the Cowboys. But we did lose that game, and it is what it is. No big deal. But hopefully y'all have a good, safe New Year. We'll see you next week. Like, subscribe, follow. Follow on Instagram, Old Man Huggie, Twitch, Old Man Huggie, whatever, everywhere, Old Man Huggie. Just follow it, share it, whatever. We appreciate the support. Yeah, just love you guys. Love doing this. Old Angry Black Quarterback, Old Man Huggie out again, 17. We lost, but watch how we bounce back. Don't call it a comeback, bitch. Go Birds. Peace.
Every now and then when I feel a bit buggy, I look at the floor, maybe need a new ruggy. Scratch at, I'll get some beers and get chuggy. Nah, man, I know what I need, some more, man.